Aragami 2 focuses more on rewarding players for hiding in the dark than on punishing players for straying into light. You'll feel like a person sneaking instead of a spirit whose power fades outside shadows. Lince Works has employed unobtrusive combat, complete with Z-targeting and parrying, which is effective during high chaos runs. When you break enemies' poise, you may knock them out instead of killing them. As a low chaos guy, I appreciated this aspect of combat the most. The levels and their enemies are great, since the development teams acknowledged that a stealth game's strength lies in amazing levels. There's not a single ineffective boss in the whole game. There are few types of enemies, but they're different enough from each other to keep the game challenging, and the levels introduce them at a comfortable pace. The art is Unity-looking, and nothing more than representational, but once I saw how different the new enemy models looked from the previous games, I realized how silly those clunky behemoths had been. Also, the outfits are sick. One can change the color of one's armor, one can mix and match different clothes to be the cutest ninja in ancient Japan. The sick outfits aren't entirely cosmetic because one can equip runes for each of the 4 armor pieces. Runes take from certain stats to bolster other stats. For example, I created a stealth build, borrowing from attack damage, armor, and stamina to improve my stealth ability. This is simple and much more effective than a lot of what AAA games offer, so I don't mind the runes. That one can plaster these runes onto any piece of armor encourages players to participate in a great blend of panache and practicality. With regard to other aspects of character development, passives and actives are both effective. A lot of the abilities are Emily Caldwin's, but Dishonored 2 presents an excellent stealth arsenal. Future stealth games ought to follow suit with abilities like Mesmerize or Domino. There's only one problem with character development: consumables, none of which I used as I played the 30-hour campaign. I didn't even knock back a health potion. While I'm a perfectionist, I felt unusually stingy with the in-game currency. One can buy either functional items like consumables and runes, or cosmetic ones like clothing and dyes. Because the cosmetic items are boastable white elephants, I preferred to improve my skill rather than lose funds to consumables. I would have been more amenable to using consumables if they manifested as physical items in each level, but the only way to obtain them is to buy them. My unfortunate criticism of Aragami 2's gameplay is twofold: mission design and narrative. The abstract map presents 10 levels, all of which the development teams designed well. For each level, there may be as many as 7 missions to complete. Most of the enemies and their rounds stay the same for each mission. Every once in a while, a mission will swap enemies for more formidable ones, and there will be different areas of a level available depending on the mission, but otherwise, completing a level's missions is little beyond playing a level several times. I wouldn't have minded playing each level thrice, but a 4th version of what's essentially the same level's too much. If each mission within a level was more difficult than the preceding mission, then that would have also been a major improvement. But difficulty's a bit inconsistent in this game. About a third of the way through my campaign, the difficulty skyrocketed for 2 or 3 missions, after which a more mild difficulty returned me to the initial pace I found comfortable. As for the narrative, I had so little interest in it that I can't cough up a premise. The lore's no more concise than the Rise of Skywalkers. It's all over the place, especially near the end. But it's tame in the beginning. My mission fatigue may have contributed to my narrative fatigue. Sorry guys, but if you ever want to work on Aragami 3, you can ask me for my email in the comments, and I'll give you a narrative that's at least well edited. My final complaint isn't as important as the first 2 problems I've mentioned. Staying out of sight makes gameplay pretty easy, but if one plays non-lethally while avoiding detection entirely, one needs to do so throughout a mission without saving. Because being stealthy makes the game so much easier, this dynamic would be exactly balanced if not for the frustrating glitches. For example, sometimes kill and knockout prompts from cover wouldn't appear for me, and because performing a takedown without a prompt's impossible, guards would turn a corner and see me. This is the only major bug I recall, but it impacted my experience because it wasn't my fault, and many missions are 20 minutes long. Should you pay the $35? It depends entirely on who you are. If you've never played a video game before, it's not for you. It's too hard and time-consuming for those who aren't sure if the hobby is for them. If you love video games in general, I still wouldn't recommend it, but there are countless people who'd enjoy Aragami too. If either stealth is one of your top 3 genres, or you follow the indie game scene, you'll definitely enjoy it. I love stealth and indie, so it was a good fit for me. By the time I had become jaded by the level's endless missions, I had completed it. An effective strategy for engaging with the game's quantity would be to complete no more than 3 or 4 missions per weekend. In the interest of writing this review, I played continuously for a few days, and taking breaks might have made a positive difference for me. I appreciate Linceworks' incredible effort on Aragami 2, and I hope that if the team has the resources and musters the courage to work on Aragami 3, they'll hone further the strengths I've outlined in this discussion and give us something better than the 2 action-packed adventures they've already provided.